EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Vaughn. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Keyshawn Vaughn, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, they're natural.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
45, 39. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45. Mike, 45.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ryan. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and goal, Ryan, touchdown! Rondale Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackman. Then his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Ryan's throw here into the hands of Moore. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Hard that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Powers through. And Power running here down to the 6-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play call.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again, Ryan. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
45, 45. Mike, 45.
On third down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Fournette again. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 7 yards away. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Succop for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. puts Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Kiki QT now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
next. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Scott on the return out of the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
45, Mike, 45. And watch that, and watch the ball.
A handoff to Mixon, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ryder. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot is...
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Back to throw. Ryder. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Take it in at the 22. Very good return that time.
Time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Brady. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Harris returning. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way. You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first and 10, Ryder flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
45. Mike, 45.
Off play action. Ryder. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol. It's Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 23. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ryder looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Ryder. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop for 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Ryder. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here up near the 40. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
A handoff to Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Brady. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Harris now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Peterson out of a gun. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake. Ryder. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 1st down. Here's a run with Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 17. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Two able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Being chased out left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ryder. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They give it to Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he's taken down inside the 30. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 117 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. He's going to let it fly. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady, got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Richie Grant. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Nixon will try the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Ryder. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off play action. Ryder firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Denzel Mims with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And the Falcon. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this will go out of bounds. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they